I said, we outside. Miss Ever said, I see you. Then she Canavis. Come on. Don't look, Canavis. Come on. You better come on. You better come on. You better come on, man. Better come on. Miss Deborah got me outside. This Miss Deborah and Canavis' home. Canavis said he's on vacation this week. So he outside. So we're in here sitting around. And yeah, I hope we go into the rooms real.
Melody Shari and her daughter, Mariah Rogers, at New York Fashion Week. Then you already know this wasn't just another mamacha moment. This was a mic drop, a statement. A masterclass in turning your lowest season into generational power. Picture this. A 13-year-old girl from Huntsville, Alabama, not Hollywood, not New York, steps onto one of the biggest fashion stages in the country. And she's not there as a model or a guest. She's there as a designer. At just 13, Mariah Rogers made history as one of the youngest featured designers at New York Fashion Week, debuting a tennis-inspired collection that was fresh, bold, and unapologetically hers. But here's what makes it even more powerful. Her mother didn't just help her get there. Melody planned for this moment years ago, while others were caught up in gossip, arguments, and reality TV drama. Melody was quietly building. This is the same woman who once lived through a very public and painful divorce. The cheating scandals, the disrespect from Martell Holt, and the constant commentary from people like Arian Curry and Miss Wanda could have destroyed her. No one would have blamed her for walking away. But Melody didn't fold, she pivoted. She planted seeds, and now we're watching her harvest bloom. There are grown designers with decades of experience who still haven't made it to New York Fashion Week. Yet here comes Mariah, just 13, with her name on the official lineup. Her vision brought to life by models walking the runway. Behind that vision is a mother who didn't just pray for her child's success, she prepared for it. Melody didn't wait for an opportunity. She built the stage herself and made sure her daughter was ready to shine. This wasn't a cute kids collection either. The pieces were sharp, stylish, and confident. They said, "We're here. We belong. Get used to it." When Melody texted Mariah backstage a photo of one of her designs on the runway, Mariah's response was pure joy. "Oh my God, I love it." That wasn't just a proud moment, it was a core memory, the kind that rewires a child's belief in themselves forever. And while Mariah's line turned heads, Melody had her own NYFW moment. Her beauty brand, 7th Avenue by Melody Shari, was featured backstage, with her products being used on professional models in one of the most high-pressure beauty events in the world. That's not just branding, that's impact. That's walking into a space people said you didn't belong in and proving that you do, while bringing your daughter with you. Meanwhile, as the Rogers women were shining, another truth became clear: the difference between building legacy and chasing clout. While Melody and Mariah were making history, Martell Holt was once again trending for all the wrong reasons. Not for business, not for growth, but for more drama. Fans couldn't help but notice the timing. Every time Melody wins, Martell seems to pop up online, stirring attention. But this time, the noise couldn't drown out the applause. This win wasn't about revenge. It was proof that Melody didn't just survive betrayal. She built something better because of it. Martell had every opportunity to be part of this legacy. He was there when the foundation was being laid. But ego got in the way. Now he's watching from the sidelines as Melody and his daughter create something lasting without him. That's not revenge. That's evolution. Some people stay stuck. Others grow. Melody chose growth, and that growth shows. People backstage said she was warm, encouraging, and full of light. She wasn't just promoting her brand, she was uplifting everyone around her. That's not a marketing move. That's heart. That's leadership. Real leaders don't just shine, they create light for others. Melody turned her heartbreak, betrayal, and pain into a blueprint for her children. Now, Mariah is walking that path with confidence and grace. Not because she went viral or got lucky, but because her mother prepared her. That's legacy. That's power. That's purpose. Mariah's collection wasn't handed to her, she earned it. Her design showed intention, structure, and originality. And when people at Fashion Week started asking, "Who is Mariah Rogers?" that's when you know the work reached beyond the TV screen. That runway wasn't just about fashion, it was a symbol of what happens when vision meets execution. Melody built this from the ground up her beauty brand, her platforms, her community, her mindset all while healing and growing. She didn't use social media to vent. She used it to build, and now the results speak louder than any clapback ever could. The most powerful response to doubt is quiet. Consistent success. Mariah isn't just living off her mother's legacy. She's extending it. And that's how generational change happens. When one woman decides the story is no longer about survival, but about significance. This moment between Melody and Mariah isn't just a fashion story, it's a blueprint for every parent who dreams of rewriting their family's story. And for Black mothers and daughters especially, it's monumental. It flips the narrative from struggle to success, from pain to power, from drama to destiny. The crowd at New York Fashion Week saw clothes, but those who followed Melody's journey saw redemption. They saw a woman who refused to let bitterness steal her brilliance. They saw a daughter blooming in the light her mother fought to protect. And maybe the most beautiful part, Mariah still reacted like a regular 13-year-old, excited, emotional, full of emojis, because Melody allowed her to stay a child even while achieving big dreams. This isn't the end of their story, it's just the beginning. Now the world knows Mariah Rogers. The industry knows 7th Avenue Beauty. And everyone watching knows what real legacy looks like. Legacy isn't what you leave behind when you're gone, it's what you build while you're still here. Melody built it. She's walking in it. And the world is watching. And what's even more powerful is how naturally this legacy continues to unfold. Melody isn't forcing anything. She's simply moving with purpose, letting her actions speak louder than her pain ever could. Every step she takes now carries intention. Every move is part of a bigger picture. From her businesses to her children's growing ambitions, everything connects back to one truth. When you build from a place of healing, the results last longer than the hurt that birthed them. Mariah's success at New York Fashion Week wasn't a one-time headline. It was a glimpse into a future Melody has been preparing for years. A future where her children don't have to rebuild from brokenness, because she already did the hard work of breaking generational cycles. This is what real generational wealth looks like. It's not just money. It's mindset. It's confidence. It's structure. It's the ability to dream without fear, and to execute those dreams without apology. When you look at the Rogers family now, you don't just see a mother and daughter making moves, you see legacy in motion. Melody has shown that legacy isn't born from comfort. It's built through perseverance. She took the pain of betrayal and turned it into a platform. She took the humiliation that came with public scrutiny and turned it into motivation. And now, that same woman who was once doubted and dismissed is creating a lane others can only hope to follow. What makes Melody's journey so relatable is that she didn't have a safety net. She wasn't backed by a giant corporation or a powerful team of PR experts. She built 7th Avenue Beauty from scratch through late nights, hard lessons, and faith that refused to quit. The brand that started as a small idea in her home is now sitting at one of the most respected fashion events in the world. That's not luck. That's legacy manifesting in real time. And if you really think about it, that's what makes her story so magnetic. People see themselves in her. They see a woman who faced it all: love lost, betrayal exposed, reputation attacked, and still came out shining. They see a mother who didn't let pain define her parenting. Instead, she used it to teach her children how to rise with grace. Now, every time Melody or Mariah steps into a room, they carry the weight of that journey with elegance. They remind people that no matter how messy your past is, it doesn't have to dictate your future. Melody is proof that rebuilding is possible and that it can be beautiful. And let's not overlook the bigger picture here. Melody's story is reshaping what success looks like for women who've been publicly counted out. It's rewriting how people view single mothers, Black entrepreneurs, and women who start over after heartbreak. It's proof that you can lose everything and still win bigger than anyone imagined. As the cameras flash and social media celebrates the Rogers women, what's really happening is deeper than fashion or fame. It's a generational shift, one where a mother's strength becomes her daughter's foundation, where the story of struggle becomes the story of strength, and where legacy isn't talked about, it's lived, worn, and walked down the runway for the world to see. Because at the end of the day, legacy isn't just about what you achieve. It's about what you inspire in those who come after you. Melody, Shari, and Mariah Rogers are living proof that when you lead with vision, faith, and resilience, your family's name will echo for generations, not because of what you endured, but because of what you built from it. Melody didn't just rise, she reinvented. She didn't just rebuild, she redefined. And in doing so, she showed every woman watching that your story doesn't end in the storm. Sometimes that's exactly where it begins. So, as Mariah continues to design, to dream, and to grow, one thing is certain: the blueprint has already been written. The torch has been passed. And what started with Melody Shari's survival has now become a legacy of brilliance, strength, and generational success. The world. And generational success. The world.